This is another redneck down here in Georgia, and I'd like to get some answers to some questions I've been hearing about Connecticut up there. I heard some redneck question for today on the internet. It got my attention, so I've been following it and looking up on it. And I got some questions that I'd like to have answered. I don't know if you know this or not, but we have a governor up there in Connecticut that had pushed a law through that requires gun owners to have their guns registered by a certain deadline. When that deadline was up, only 15% of the guns in Connecticut got registered. Now, the numbers I've heard come out to about 315,000 gun owners that didn't meet the deadline. Those 315,000 gun owners are now considered a Class D felon. Now I looked up what rights you would lose in Connecticut if you were a felon. I looked up Class D, but it just said felon. It don't matter what class it is, you lose your eligibility to vote, hold public office, stand on a jury, and to own a gun. And you could lose certain business license. But they have restrictions on what they can do with that. But it's possible you could lose a business license. But let's talk about losing your ability to own and carry a gun. If you have 315,000 citizens of one state that are considered felons for not registering their weapons, then that seems like you have a major problem on your hands. My questions that I would like to get answered is, because the way I see it, there's only two things that could happen. They could either back down from that new law and change their mind on it, or there's going to be some bloodshed. And I hope that don't happen, Lord forbid. But if the worst of the two happens, my question is, if there is a militia up there in Connecticut, what are they going to do? What are the surrounding states going to do? Are they going to stand back and watch and sit idly by while their neighbors are put in prison unconstitutionally? What is the federal government going to do? Are they going to step in and pull this nation into an uprising? What is the National Guard in Connecticut going to do? Are they going to support the new gun laws and become traitors to the oath that they took? Because we all know, as Americans, those new gun laws are unconstitutional. I don't understand what part of shall not be infringed upon people do not get. I don't understand. What are the people going to do? They are now listed as Class D felons. And last of all, but not least of all, what is the rest of this country, the people, the gun owners in this country and other states that are not bordering Connecticut? What are they going to do? Because if it can happen in Connecticut, It's only a matter of time. Because the way I understand it, other states are considering doing the same thing. They're probably just waiting in the shadows to see how it's going to go over in Connecticut. It will be a big mistake to allow one state in this country to do what Connecticut's doing. If you allow one state to get by with it, others will follow. I, in my own opinion, think that those who put that law into effect, that governor, and all that supported him, should be put on trial for treason. I don't understand how a military that's anywhere in that state or police department that is anywhere in that state, and any official anywhere in that state, I don't understand how somebody has not stood up and honored the oath that they took and considered these people domestic enemies, because that's exactly what they are. When you try to take the Constitution and flush it down the toilet, you become a domestic enemy, and I believe you should be dealt with accordingly. Somebody needs to set an example with these people, legally and lawfully, to where the other states know where they stand if they have any thought of following in Connecticut's footsteps. If any of y'all have any responses or answers to these questions, I'd appreciate it if you'd get back with me and let me know. Let me know where you stand, because I'm very interested to know. I've talked about this at work, and there's a lot of people down here in Georgia ain't even heard about what's going on in Connecticut. So that tells me that this needs to get out. So please share this. Let me know your thoughts. You can reach me on Facebook. My name is Jeff Duval, and I live down here in Georgia. And that wouldn't fly down here. I don't know why it's flying up there. But y'all have a blessed day. May God bless Connecticut and be with y'all through whatever happens. Our thoughts are with you.